Hi, this is Mark Coman from Paul's Photo and the Creative Photo Academy. And one question I get every single day is, Mark, tell me about a tripod. Do you use a tripod? Yes. How much do I use a tripod? For my landscapes and scenic photography, 99.9% of the time. For my creative photography, about half the time. For walking around travel photography, about 10% of the time. And what kind of tripod are you going to get? We're going to go over that in just a second. But I want to show you here the range of tripods and why it's important to come to a store like Paul's Photo or your favorite local camera store to take a look at all of the different choices in tripods we have. And you come here and we'll ask you some questions, we'll give you some guidance to help you choose the right tripod. So let's go take a look at a couple of different tripods and how they're going to work for you in your photography. So what kind of a tripod are you going to choose? Well, everybody always wants the smallest tripod possible that's going to fit in your pocket. Well, this is not really practical for quality photography. If you have a pocket camera and a phone and you want to get in your own picture for a self-portrait, that may just work for you. Or maybe this one that's very super spiffy, standout legs. This is one of the compact MePhoto tripods. And once again, this is the kind of tripod everybody wants to buy because it's compact, it's lightweight, it goes on your camera bag. But as a creative tool, this is impractical. And I really find this to be troublesome when I see people on one of our trips or adventures with a tripod like this. You know, this is one of the most popular tripods in the world. And once again, it's really cool because it folds backwards for storage, and I think that's a great feature. But when you really want to bring a tripod out and use it, it's a little slow, and it's got a lot of joints on the legs, so when I get it up to nearly full height, it's pretty rickety. So, when you're buying a tripod, one of the things you need to think about, or actually there's a couple of things we'll go over, is you want to look at two parts. First of all, you want to look at the legs or the sticks. And the legs are going to give you the compact folded length and the total height. So the legs are very important, and most people think a lot about the legs. Most people don't think about the head. And the head is how the tripod holds the camera, and it's very, very important. So this is a less than $100 tripod. And it's got the clip legs. We'll talk about the legs in a minute. There's two different types of legs. There's the clip legs and the screw legs. But this is what generally you'll find at, the club store as a tripod. And this comes with the three-way head. So you got three handles, one that goes left and right, one that goes up and down, and then one that turns you from portrait to landscape. I don't find this head to be attractive to me. And in fact, a tripod like this is what I grew up with, and I hated it, and I never used it. And you know why I hated it? Because it wasn't very strong, it wasn't very easy to use, and it didn't work very well. So, what are the choices you need to make? There are a number of choices on every tripod. The first is material. You basically have metal or aluminum and carbon fiber today. Here at Paul's Photo, about 80% of the tripods we sell are carbon fiber. Why carbon fiber? Carbon fiber because it's a natural material, it's lighter weight, it's stronger, and it transmits less vibration. And what's the point of a tripod is to make steady pictures. I'm using a tripod for landscape photography, for low light photography, and I want that sucker to be rock steady. So a small tripod made of aluminum, not quite the best idea for me. So carbon fiber is my leg of choice. So when you're choosing a tripod, one of the choices you need to make are what style of legs. And these are clip legs. So you have a clip, you move it, you lock it. Very popular. And basic tripods, most of them come with clip legs. The advantage of clip legs is you very easily get to see it, it works, it's not very confusing. The disadvantage to clip legs is if your hands are not real strong, you can find that this clip is hard. And in different temperature and different conditions, the clips may or may not hold still and hold tight, And the other problem I have with clip legs is after a very short time, the clips tend to wear out and either need to be replaced, and if you can get the parts, you can replace the clips, but most of the time you're buying a new tripod. And I don't like to buy tripods. I hate to buy anything. I want stuff that's going to last. So clip legs. The second type of legs, and what I use on my tripod all the time, are the screw legs. And the advantage of screw legs is a quarter turn, open and close. The advantage of screw legs is they work. Now, people have problems with screw legs because they screw, and then the whole thing comes apart. Well, you haven't been trained properly in how to do that. So once again, quarter turn in, quarter turn in to take it out, quarter turn out, quarter turn out. You notice how I folded up the tripod so it's all here, right? Now I'm ready to go. Oh, it's too tall, I want to shorten it. I bring it in, loosen, move in one hand. Move in one hand, move in one hand. Now it's perfect. So that's why I like the screw legs. Screw legs seem to last a long time. In fact, I've got some of my tripods I've had 10 or 12 years. The screw legs are perfect. So we're choosing carbon fiber or metal, screw legs or clip legs. And then the next choice you need to make on the legs is number one, the diameter. This is a number 1 diameter. This is a number 2 diameter. This is a number 3 diameter. Most tripod brands sell tripods at 00, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up to 5. The diameter gives you the strength. And for my photography, a number 2 or a number 3 leg is where I am. So the 1 is too small. I'm not going to take that. So I'm choosing a 2 or a 3 leg diameter, carbon fiber with the screw legs. This is the Benro number 3, but I like the screw legs, number 2, number 3, carbon fiber. And then the next choice you have to make is, do I want a 4-section tripod, which means I have 4 joints to put it away. The advantage of 4 sections is the tripod itself folds up smaller. So if it has to go in a suitcase or it has to go in a saddlebag on your motorcycle, or you want it to tie in on your camera bag, this is better. I prefer the 3-section legs. On the 3-section legs, the advantage is that you have less joints. And the less joints you have, the stronger the tripod is. And it's quicker to put away because I only have to do 2 legs. Now the problem with the 3-section tripod is the tripod itself is longer. Now, I never try to carry this on an airplane because a lot of times you'll be denied. So this tripod fits in my check luggage. So if I'm tripoding for photography, I always have check luggage. Otherwise, it's strapped to my backpack or it's over my shoulder. So this is a mark-approved tripod, 2-section or 3-section, number 2 or number 3 legs, 3 sections, carbon fiber, screw legs, and next we'll talk about the head. Any questions? All right, so this is a ball head. And ball heads come from a bunch of different manufacturers. This is my favorite ball head right now. It's an Acratech head made here in Southern California by really nice people. Chris and Patty and their son are amazing guys and gals, and they make beautiful products. They're hand machined. So this is a precision piece, a ball head. And one of the things I love about a ball head, this is another ball head. So this has 1, 2, 3 knobs on it. The first knob on the bottom is the pan, so it swivels. The second knob is the looseness and tightness of the head, boom. The third knob is tension. So how loose or tight do you want this head to be? So this is a nice ball head, but I prefer this one because it's actually better. And if you notice on the top of the ball head, there's this funky thing. It's a quick release clamp. And this uses an Arca Swiss style quick release clamp. And I don't care what you do, I highly recommend that whatever tripod you buy has the Arca Swiss style quick release clamp on it. And the reason why is that is the standard in the business. And one of the things I love about the quick release is you can get an L bracket for the Arca Swiss style like this that clamps onto your camera, and locks. Now with the ball head, so this is how I stand with my tripod. And I tell people always the best place to stand is between the legs. So now, left hand, I'm loosening the ball head. Right hand, I'm controlling the camera. I can go up and down with the ball head, and I lock it. The advantage of an L bracket is it unclamps, and now I switch from landscape to portrait. Is that cool? And everybody says, well, Mark, how hard is that to put on? It's real simple. So here I've got my Nikon D750 and my new ProMaster L bracket, which just came in today. And I love these L brackets because they're small, they're lightweight, and they're inexpensive, $59. The L bracket just goes right on the bottom of my camera, takes a 5/32 wrench, which comes with it. You notice this one is special because I have my tape on it so I don't lose it. And now the L bracket is attached to my camera. Clamps on. Move it. Oh, I want to go portrait or vertical. If you use traditional plate, now I have to drop here and I've changed the picture. I'm off to the side. I also have to raise and then move to the left to take the same picture. The advantage of L bracket is you don't have to do any of that. So here I am in landscape. Now I want to shoot a portrait. Unclip, portrait, I'm there, I'm done, I can adjust. That's the cool thing about using an L bracket. I have an L bracket on every single camera, and I love these new ProMaster L brackets. They just came in today. They're $59, and they make beautiful use. The other thing about the Acratech and the Arca Swiss system is I put a bracket on my telephoto lens. So now, when I'm using a telephoto lens, and now if I want to go portrait, you just rotate on the lens collar, and it's so sweet like that. You want to see that again? So here I'm in portrait, there I'm in landscape. So this is why I like a tripod system like this. This is what I use personally, and whatever brand of tripod you choose, that's up to you. Whatever quality of tripod you want is up to you. Couple things I want before we take off. We'll talk about two different types of tripods. So number one, this is a gimbal head. And if you notice, this gimbal head looks a little different. What this is used for is long telephoto lenses while a subject is moving. So I'll use this for sports photography, for animal photography, for surf photography with a long telephoto lens. And even if your long telephoto lens is a 70-200 with an extender, or a 100-400, or a 200-500, a gimbal head like this works great. So what do? I loosen it up, my hand's on, I'm here, I'm following the subject, I'm following the surf, following the movement. That's a gimbal head. The last type of tripod we'll talk about today is a video head, video tripod. So this is a specific video tripod. You can see because it's got the multi-legs. The multi-legs for video are made so that it has less torque resistance left and right. And with video, you notice the head is a lot different. This is a video or cine type head. And the whole point for a video head is that when I set it up, I can loosen it and it moves very slowly. And that's so that I can move the video, whether I'm shooting this with a video camera or my digital SLR in video mode. So this is a video tripod for taking movies. I hope this helped, and I hope this little primer on tripods and heads was informative to you. This is Mark Coman from Paul's Photo and the Creative Photo Academy, inviting you to come down. Let us help you pick a tripod, and I hope this gave you great information. Have a great day and take some great pictures.